Good morning, YouTube, or actually afternoon. We're back making another video. Millicent Bystander back on the microphone, and I think today I have an incredible video for you because you guys, I have come up with 10 great ideas, 10 incredible ideas, 10 good ideas that if you do daily or if you implement into your life, I can almost guarantee are going to greatly increase your life satisfaction, and they're going to benefit you and your country, and ultimately they're going to make the world a better place. So here are my 10 good ideas. Number 1 in our 10 good ideas is to drink alcohol daily. So this is my number 1 idea, obviously, because it's the best idea. Alcohol is shown to improve driving skills. You'll note that as a percentage of total vehicular deaths and accidents, most are caused by people who are not under the influence of alcohol. So given that, you'll recognize that being under the influence of alcohol makes you a significantly better driver. And, you know, getting in the car is one of the most dangerous things that a person can do. So anything to make your cognition and decision-making skills better is a great idea. Look, you'll also make great financial decisions while under the influence of alcohol. Alcohol is going to lead you to doing things like gambling. And what's gambling got the possibility to do? 10x your money. So it sounds to me like alcohol's a brilliant idea when it comes to making great financial decisions. It also increases life satisfaction in the short and long term, because in the short term, it makes you forget that you're an alcoholic, and in the long term, you'll probably die and be happier off for it. And then also escape the crushing burden of our economy. As we all know, the economy is in shambles. A little bit of alcohol might make that just a touch more bearable. You should ask the Australian Aboriginal population about alcohol and daily consumption. They'll be able to tell you a lot about its benefits and how it's really made them upstanding members of their communities. White monster. All right, good idea number 2. Spend your life savings on a Hellcat. You see, I bought a Hellcat because I'm black as shit.
Bosnian.
I financed that shit $1,000 a month for 1,200 months. I never paying this shit off. We making out the hood with this one. You see, if you buy Hellcat, LaQuisha is going to love that shit, homie. LaQuisha is going to stop seeing that lawyer or brain surgeon or whoever she's fucking with and maybe get your bitch ass or some shit. I don't remember the fucking GTA quote. Whatever. Look, at the end of the day, the white man keeps you down. You're going to escape the hood by spending your money on a V8, 600 plus horsepower Hellcat, homie. I need to make sure I censor the funny word. Reason number 3, the communist literature degree. Communism is good because I said so, because I have a degree in communist literature and I am qualified to discuss the topic. I also have a degree in retard studies, and my degree in retard studies makes me more smarter than you. So look, at the end of the day, if you spend $60,000 plus or however much it's going to cost you in the United States to go to a private college and study a silly billy degree like communist literature. I just made that up. That's not a real degree. My point is you should spend all of your money on a degree that is absolutely useful and will not leave you in life debt, you know? Or sorry, will leave you in debt for life. And then, you know, you look back on and university is the best time in your life because it was before you were indebted and enslaved by the Zog machine. And now you cannot get a job with that silly billy degree that you wasted 4 years doing. I don't know. Interesting take. I think it's a great idea. I think everyone needs university, and if we just prop up the university system even more, problem will solve itself. Good idea number 4, date single mothers exclusively. All right, we all know single mothers can be bloody hot, right? Dude, I got a thing for single mothers, right? What can I say? It's no. Jesus. Unironically, I don't, but for the video, sure. I don't like single mothers, especially ones with non-white children. Look, at the end of the day though, single mothers probably have money, and this is talking about older single mothers, not teenage single mothers or young 20s. We don't go for the young 20s single mothers because although there's no risk of the man being involved because the father's probably black and went out to get milk and never come back, she's probably got no wealth. So really we're going to shoot up. We're aiming up. We're aiming for older widows, preferably, because their husbands probably died. They got a nice insurance payout. They got a bit of money behind them, and we can become essentially stay-at-home sons, except not sons because that would be weird. Rather stay-at-home young playthings. It's why I stay fit. It's why I stay lean year-round, because if I can attract myself a hot, rich single mother, I can set myself up. It's essentially winning the lottery. Set myself up for a good life of luxury and decadence. So yeah, that's an incredible idea. Number 5, incredible idea. Betray your race through multiculturalism. As we all know, the white race is inferior to all other races on the planet. planet. You see, we're very compassionate people. We're too smart for our own good, and we invent too much shit. So I posit that betraying your race is actually an incredible idea. So we're going to import 1 billion Indians because their culture is superior to white culture. Let me tell you what, this is true. And it also applies to any other culture that isn't white people because they're all superior to us and white people are inferior dogs. Look, Indians, though, on the topic of Indians, because I did have to cover Indians in this video, Indians enjoy activities such as shitting in the street, preparing food with their toes, causing motorway accidents, naming their children Poop Jeet and Shit Lip, and other fun activities, right? Another reason multiculturalism is so good is because it provides cheap labor. Those clothes you wear, that car you drive, that phone you make calls on and goon on, that was all produced through cheap foreign slave labor. You see, these foreign cultures are so good at what they do that they can provide labor at near zero cost, which is demonstrative to me of superior culture. And so I think we should be betraying our race and propping up these other races and other cultures in our own societies so that everyone is lifted to their high standards. All right, good idea. Number 6 is to spend your entire paycheck. Now, this one only applies if you have a paycheck because you happen to have a job. I apologize, word makes me sick. If you don't have a job and you're on government benefits, be sure to spend all of that money, all of that tax money on hard drugs. This is guaranteed to improve outcomes for society. But if you do have a job, life is too short to save and invest, really. And you should spend every cent that you make. So look, with the money that you make from your job, you purchase new cars. You're gonna buy Labubu. You're gonna buy the latest technology, and you're gonna buy whatever the fuck women buy. I don't know. I don't speak to women, as evidenced by this YouTube channel. But look, if you can't think of things to spend your money on, to spend your paycheck on, because again, we're all gonna die at some point. Who needs money? Who needs long-term financial stability and peace? You should either gamble it on the sports ball, on your favorite basketball, or send the money to me. I need it because when I lose my job because of this funny little YouTube channel, I'm gonna be in dire straits. So do check the link in the description and send me at least $600. All right, number 7, great idea, support Israel. Your support was promised to them by God 6,000 years ago. If I say any more, I may be targeted by Mossad. All right, good idea. Number 8, you're gonna eat a high fat, high carb, low protein diet, right? That might sound a little counterintuitive because you've heard in the mainstream that actually a low fat, low carb, high protein diet is what's gonna get you shredded and ripped and lean. But this isn't about that, right? You already know that. This method is actually a hunger solving method, a world hunger solving method, because you already know how to build muscle and get lean. I don't need to tell you, but I am going to solve world hunger right now in about 60 seconds of explanation. So, what we're gonna do, all of us are gonna increase our daily calories, right? We're gonna buy more food and eat more food. What that does is increase demand on food and signal to corporations. It signals to food companies like that they need to produce more food to meet the demand. So as we eat more, we're gonna eat more calories, we're gonna get a little tubby, we're gonna get a little obesity, but with that is gonna come more food on shelves, more food coming out of factories, right? And then we're gonna eat ourselves to death. And we're all gonna die or be executed when I come into power and kill the fatties. So we're gonna die from
obesity and the demand signal, right? That's gonna be an instant. We're all gonna die at the same time. Instant decrease in demand for food, and that decrease in the demand signal is gonna take a while to be recognized by corporations, so they're gonna continue producing food up here when we only need this much, so there exists this surplus of food, right? Therefore, we're gonna see a decrease in the prices of food, and world hunger will be solved. The end. Fatties gonna die, and all the food they would have eaten is simply gonna go to the superior Indians and Africans
that really need the food because they're so superior they don't spend their time producing agriculture or doing anything of good productive value. Also, on this point, if you get fat and I stay lean, it's going to increase my SMV, my sexual market value. And at the end of the day, that's all I care about because the only reason I continue to live is so that I can eventually get laid by a woman who is as hot as Megan Fox in Transformers 1. All right, good idea number 9 is to start a YouTube channel. You're going to risk your job security. You're going to risk your life security. You're going to risk your financial security. And you're going to be threatened daily in the comment section by angry Indians who fail to recognize sarcasm and humor because they are low IQ apes. This is a great idea, honestly, because it has the potential to ruin your life. And there's nothing better, there's no greater idea than ruining your life, because all that matters is the short term. All that matters is that you are having fun and being hedonistic right now, this second. Because why bother living if every moment isn't the most fun and happy time? And no better way to have that than to embarrass yourself on YouTube by being a racist, by being the reincarnation of Hitler. Yeah, those are my 9, 10 great ideas. I couldn't come up with a 10th, but I thought a great idea would be to make a video with only 9 slides and call it 10 ideas. It actually probably wasn't a great idea. It's not that funny. The joke will go over most people's heads, but I'm explaining the joke because I'm autistic. All right, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.